Morning, everybody. CW here. It's here. If we can figure out what side is up. I can't feel anything. So we'll just go in the side here. Oh, what do they got? Armor-coated plastic. I know this knife is sharp. Maybe it's seeing a little bit of dullness. I've opened a few packages since I sharpened it, but goodness, it should cut right through this with pretty relative ease. We'll check that out right after this video. This is a new scope for the Ruger Precision Rimfire. Athlon Optics. It is an Argos BTR Gen 2. Let's see what it looks like. And there it is. Got a really nice box. Typical for boxes today, they got the little magnets in there. And the packaging is really nice. It's got this cutout foam that it drops right down in. So the scope is packaged really well, really nicely. Not really a review, so we're not going to go through all the rest of the stuff. That's why I didn't go through the opening. But there is the end box with the skew, in case anybody's interested in the exact model. This is the I got this primarily because I have another one that I picked up used, and it's on the Marlin Squirrel, and I really like it. This is the updated. This is the Gen 2. The other one isn't even a Gen 1. It was one of their very first scopes. And the other one I have is 8x32. This is 8x34. So it must have been something with one of the updates. Almost identical, just better. It's got focus down to probably 10, but the lowest number is 15, and of course up to infinity. It does give you 500 and then a space before it goes to infinity. Nice and smooth. These turrets are really raved about. They're nice. No mushy at all. Could be a little louder to be really tactile, but they're tactile feeling. They don't really have a snap to them, but they're nice, really, really nice. And it does stop dead on zero for those OCD people. It has a zero stop, and it's actually already engaged. So I'll have to do a little finagling with that to see just how that works. The power ring is super nice, super smooth, just where it should be in my opinion. Not too hard, not too soft. Nice graphics. I put this on. This is a Monstrum because on that rifle it's going to need it. It's got a 30 MOA base, and because of that it's really at a downward angle, and this is a 56mm objective, so it's kind of large. So there we go. So let's get this. Oh, it's also got illumination, and I'll try and show you the power. I'll put it on the board and look through it here with the target and see if we can get you a look at what this reticle looks like. Let's, just in case I can't, let me throw in a picture here of the end of the box. Wow, I got it pretty good this time. That, of course, is that shadowing there is me wobbling around over here. But there's the reticle. Zoom in on the camera and see if we can maintain focus. There it is. Let me see if I can zoom in and show you what it looks like, because it is a first focal plane scope, but I can't do it with this camera in my hand. So let me change it and I'll come back. A lot more critical eye box. This is just me trying to find the right spot to look through, and it's very difficult. Let me see if I can zoom in. It's probably going to be a dumpster fire. Yep, it changed lenses. Oh, it's not so bad. That's not so bad. And there we go. There's an extreme close-up of the reticle. I got to read to see what those lines are, but if I had to guess, I would say the coarse hash marks are probably a mil, which means that cross appears to be about a 1/2 mil all the way across. So a quarter right, quarter left, quarter up, quarter down, approximately. I don't know what the wind values are. I've got to look at the manual to see all that, but it appears that that's going to be nice and fine, which was my concern, because this is going on the precision rimfire. It's going to be used at 50 and 100 yards. I may stretch it out if I can get to another range that has some more yardage. I can go about 250 on my range, and I've got a buddy who's got some steel targets at 255 that we're going to go see and do some video in that. That's going to be fun, and this is going to be a positive for that. So all right, let's get it on the gun. Just a quick glimpse at what we had. This is the boy, I can never remember the name of this scope. 10 to 40 Vector Optics, 10 to 40, and this has been pretty good. It's been a little extra critical because of the stock. Now you think you got lots of adjustments, so it should be less critical. But what I think is going on is some stocks have some offset to them to let your face get behind, to get your body get behind the stock. And this being a precision stock, everything is likely dead square. So that makes it a little bit harder. You got to kind of roll your face over farther, and everything else is critical, because you don't have that extra, quarter, half an inch of room to get in behind the rifle, which you're generally afforded with a lot of other stock designs. But anyway, let's get this on. This was in very high regular rings, and it's a 50 millimeter, and it just clears. You can see white through there, but it just clears. Now when I put this on, it just touched, and I found that my screws were loose. And I readjusted and rechecked everything, and I shot some super groups with this. Very, very, very impressed. Let me toss in a picture. All right, we got it all mounted up. No problems. Zeroed nice. Zero stop is really nice. It's a round dial with a peg on it that sticks out, and then there's a peg that sticks up that's attached to the scope. And when it comes around, it just hits into it, bang, 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 and it won't go any farther. It can't go any farther. Slides up and down a sleeve to be set. It works out really good. It's going to be really nice and solid. I do not have it set right now. I pulled it all the way up so it'll spin around in all directions, because of course we're still sighting it in. Reticle looks really nice. I think the base is going to be okay. It's a little bit higher than I like. I like things to be close, and that's 3/8 of an inch, a heavy 3/8 of an inch. When you get this high, it's really hard. It's really hard. So you got to use these kind of mounts that are designed for the ARs. And it doesn't really matter, because we've got all the adjustment back here to get good cheek weld. So it's really moot. Being down on the barrel is still important for trajectories and for holdovers and things, but we're not going to be pushing this to the ranges that should be critical. So with the 30 MOA base, you can see the downward slant. If you don't notice it in the video, you can see it in real life. It's very, very prominent. But everything should be good. We got 3 recoil shoulders. Pushed it forward when we tightened it down. Torqued these to 25, torqued these to 18. Everything is really nice and square. Eye relief was really good. The eye box does appear to be better, but we'll see what happens out on the range under conditions. This is going to be really nice because it's right in line with the Marlin. Same scope, just an older version. 8 power being the lowest. It's kind of powerful, kind of high, but for this precision, it's going to be absolutely fine. It's exactly what I want. Going all the way up to 34 is going to be nice. I generally run mine about 28, the other one. It seems to be really good and nice there. It's still really good all the way up on 32, but I tend to always like to just come off of my highest power just a little bit. So we'll see where this one runs. But the reticle looks good. I started to pull this out and show you. This is the MOA version. So I said mils in the when I was showing you the video, the picture there, and it was mistaken. I should have been talking in MOAs. But the width of the wire in the center is 0.14. So it's pretty small. It's not going to be a problem. The adjustments between the stops, it's kind of hard to see here. C5 is 10 MOA. But I can't tell exactly what they're saying. I believe it's each line marking, and that would make sense, which would be 5 MOA in the middle. So each line should be about 1 MOA. So it's going to be easy to remember. I don't know what else is in here that's really pertinent. You know, everything, all these manuals for all these things are pretty much the same, and it gives you 2 languages, so it's only half the size. It does have a fast focal ring. It gives you the dimensions. It's about 30 ounces, so it's not light. It's not wicked heavy like some of the other ones. Nothing here. It says locking turrets, but they're not locking turrets. These are, you know, target turrets. There's no locking. Reticles that they talk about, the couple reticles they have. Base adjustment and shimming if you need to. The thicknesses. And we looked at the reticles already, and there we go. So that's about it. Let's get this out on the range and see what we do. I was able to get my bubble level on the back. So let's see if I can see that good. I think I can. Yes. Yeah, I can see that really good. So that's going to work out good. I got it pulled back as far as it would go. I haven't made any other changes. I do have a kid comp on the front. Not so much for any purpose but aesthetics. I think the barrel looks a little stumpy, a little short, and that makes it look more pleasing to the eye for length. I would prefer a longer barrel. And that's it. All right, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. Let's get this out on the range and see how it does. I have high hopes. I've got a Monstrum Hornet headed in for, that's going to go on the 782 22 Magnum that I just finished up bedding, and you probably watched that video already. I don't know how these videos are going to fall in sequence, but I'll try and keep them somewhat in order as the way I film them. And you'll see that. Hopefully that shoots a lot better. It should really show an improvement because I found some problems with that. So if you haven't seen that video, check that out because that's an interesting one. Did some bedding over there, found some problems, and hopefully we can reveal that it made a big difference on the range and shoots better. I didn't show you the illumination, but it illuminates the cross and the tree. I won't really use it much. It's just red. Like I said before in other videos, I really dislike them here. That Discovery op that has it on the side, I'm really digging that. But I haven't seen anybody else do that. This inhibits a lot of the rear flip-ups that you can use. It also prohibits use of the through camera scope, which is a bummer because that's something that I'm going to pick up here and I'm going to want to use, and I won't be able to use it on either of these rifles, and that's a bummer. All right, let's close this out. I don't want to make it too awful long. God bless everybody. CW out.